Good morning, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Welcome to the show. We're going to be talking about questions from my sister-in-law from Western New York. It's going to be a different show today. It's not going to be our typical serious show. It's going to be more of a fun show. So let's hop into it. My sister-in-law, Jennifer, has some questions for us. Go ahead.
Hi. Happy Thanksgiving. Chase in the corner. Jason, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
All the way from Western New York. Bills Mafia. Go Bills. Didn't know much about college football. Walking around town collecting the New York staples to bring to Indiana. Buffalo. Buffalo goodies.
Buffalo goodies, Western New York goodies. She stopped in for us in a little small town arcade and picked us up some pizza pockets from Marco's Pizza. Shout out to Marco's Pizza and Subs in Arcade, New York. That's one of our favorite things, and thank you to Marco's for that. We'll try to tag you when the show is over, just so that you know that we mentioned you all the way here in Bloomington, Indiana.
5 orders of pizza
pockets.
Five
orders of pizza pockets, and we also got Bison dip. We love the Bison dip. That's you can't get that here. So it's actually a chip dip, so that's kind of cool, and it's a Bison dip, like the Bison. Let's go, Bison Mafia and Bills Mafia.
Yes.
So let's go. So Chase, what do you think? What do you think we're going to be talking about today?
So today we're going to talk about
my first question.
Her first question.
Because as I'm walking around town getting all of the stuff, I'm wearing my IU sweatshirt because, I'm the sister, so I get all the goodies, right? Walking around town, wearing my IU sweatshirt, and people are going, IU, go IU. What's going on with IU? Hoosiers. Who are the Hoosiers? This is what I want to know. This is my first question. Who are the Hoosiers?
So the Hoosiers are, well, obviously us, Indiana Hoosiers. It basically speaks of the people of Indiana. IU is a Division I football, Division I, pretty much everything other than hockey, which is still disappointing. Team out of Bloomington, Indiana, a little small town, big college. So basically in 1923 is when we actually got the name Indiana Hoosiers, which used to be the Scrapping Hoosiers back in the day. It wasn't the, what was it? It wasn't the Indiana Hoosiers, it's Indiana Scrapping Hoosiers. And so that nickname is just really the resident of Bloomington and this Indiana as a whole. Obviously, we have Purdue Boilermakers, we have Notre Dame Fighting Irish, which the Fighting Irish in Notre Dame is actually a Catholic school for some that may not know. And I don't know why Irish and Catholic and all that combined together, but that's just what it is, I guess. We actually, so in 1848, Bartlett's dictionary defined a Hoosier as a nickname that was given at the west to native of Indiana. So that's the, what they gave us. Actually in January 2017, U.S. government publishing office released an updated version of the style manual, a guide where it's been directed in the language uses of printing and publishing since 1894, formerly known as Indianaans. Wow, that's weird. Residents of the state are now officially recognized as a federal government as Hoosiers.
So that's how we got the name.
Yeah.
But who is this team? How did they make what is this Big Ten? And I've heard of places like Notre Dame, and I've heard of these football teams, but there's something happening in Indiana these past couple of years that I'm walking around my tiny town and people are going, Hoosiers, what's happening? What is this team doing? It's out of control right now.
Well, I give probably 98% of it to our head coach, Kurt Singetti. I give it to him. He really put us out on the map with his coaching style, his determination. Without him, we wouldn't really be a lot right now.
Yeah, him and his coordinators that came in. We have a couple of coordinators that actually came back, or one that stayed. So like Pat Kuntz was our coordinator, graduate assistant coordinator back years ago. So it was yeah. He came back, and also we have Bob Bolstack come back as the offensive line coach. Was huge.
Yeah,
People don't realize that he's one of the best line coaches in the whole country.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
how did we get these guys?
Money.
Why did they come to us?
Well, they came to us. So the thing with our head coach, Kurt Spaghetti, he is a Nick Saban, who was the head coach's protege. Nick Saban led Alabama to back national champions, and Coach Kurt Spaghetti was a recruitment specialist out of Alabama. And so basically our head coach, Kurt Spaghetti, wanted to branch himself off and go be a head coach somewhere.
Mm.
So he's been to multiple different colleges. He went most famously known in JMU, James Madison University in Virginia. He was also a coach for NC State, which is North Carolina State. Pitt, he coached at Pitt, and he is a native to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Ah.
So that got a little scary whenever Penn State fired the head coach, because I was like, crap, there it is. But yeah,
we signed a new contract, a multi-year contract. I believe it was for around $93 million.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna stick around for a while.
Oh yeah.
So he's gonna be here.
Yeah, he's gonna be around for a while.
8 years, and that's just the contract.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna retire here.
Yeah.
Him and his wife don't want to go anywhere. They love it here.
There's been a lot of different talk still to this day saying that it would be hard for an SEC team or other team to buy out his contract and still have them coach for him. But I really think he's not going anywhere.
Me personally, I think he likes doing this rebuilding stuff.
The rebuilding, and yeah, I mean we're on board now, and he's loving the fans of IU football. He's on board.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was talking to your wife, my sister, Shannon, right, asking her questions. And one of the things we started talking about was the strength of schedule.
Yeah.
And how does this factor into ratings?
Yeah, there's it's two different things. It's a strength of record and strength of schedule. It's the teams that you face head to head on every team in the nation. What your schedule is like. The number of ranked teams and other teams that are winning records and things like that. Talent on the team, and it boosts your strength of schedule and strength of record, and that helps you to get into the big show, the college football playoffs.
Oh.
Do you have anything else you want to say, Chase?
Yeah, I mean, I personally, and it's just my personal aspect on it, I think it's both a joke. Me personally, I think it's both a joke. You have someone at the number one ranked team right now, and they're 52nd in the country for strength of schedule.
Yeah, we're 28th.
We're 28th, yeah.
Yeah, that's somewhere around there.
But we'll talk about that here shortly.
Okay.
I just think I'm gonna put it down smaller. SOS is just, I think it's a joke personally in my mind. No one really relies on that anymore.
Sure of shit.
Yeah, yeah. That's an Indiana word right there. Yeah, it's my personal opinion on that. It's just, I think it's a joke to me that we can see it right now in the playoff committee and all that. They don't look at that. I think you win your games of what you won, whether it would be against a ranked opponent or one of the hardest stadiums in the country, which is Connect Stadium in Iowa. I think putting it in perspective, the places you've played and where you've won is where it should be. It shouldn't just be a strength of schedule or a difficulty. anywhere. So that's just my opinion on it. Anyone's more than welcome to disagree with me on it, but
Well, I don't even know what strength of schedule means.
So-
So I'm trying to understand how
Yeah.
does that factor into ratings?
um
What do we mean? Does this have something to do with how Ohio State's at number 1 and Indiana's at number 2, but we're both undefeated?
well, strength of schedule is like, so I'll put it in perspective. So the beginning of the season, they had Illinois ranked number 9. They had us ranked 21st.
Yeah.
Uh,
And Ohio State was 1, I think.
and Ohio State was 1 because they just beat Texas. Texas was number 1.
Right.
But this is how it's going here. Is that Illinois was ranked number 9 in the country. Then we won that game
By a lot.
by a lot.
It was 60 something to nothing, I think.
Yeah, so we went down to what, like 18, 19?
Yeah.
And then we went to Oregon, who was ranked number 3 in
I
the
believe
country,
so, yeah.
and we beat Oregon at Oregon, which their football stadium is one of the hardest to play in.
Oh, why?
It's just really loud and it's shaped like a bowl and it keeps all of it inside.
So they have,
and their crowd is crazy.
yeah, their crowd is absolutely nuts. I mean, you can take half of, I would personally say Bills Mafia, and put them in there. That's what it would sound like half of Bills Stadium.
Let's go Buffalo.
It's
Let's go
super
Buffalo.
super loud. But then
And there's it's funny because we're just obviously go off topic here a little bit, but they use the same song that we use for the Buffalo Bills.
yeah,
You know, the
So-
shout song. So
Yes.
that's just, that's
Yes.
always interesting to hear.
I am wearing my Bills shirt under my IU sweatshirt, just so all y'all know that.
Yeah.
Okay, so strength of schedule, you've answered that question for me. And I actually have a question about Ohio State. That's number 4 question, but I'm going to jump to it because we brought up Ohio State. With IU competing with Ohio State for the number 1 spot in the Big Ten, how many times can we say, well, Ohio still has the brand, before IU just says, we don't care about your brand. We have the wins.
and
Ohio State has been going on for a long time. I mean, and there's times when I was working that I was on the field and they rushed the whole field. Ohio State fans said they packed our stadium totally up. I mean, there was very little IU fans there, and it was packed. And they ran down to get the field goal post from us.
yeah,
And I was telling the story before. It's like the stadium didn't look like it looks now. It was a lot smaller than that back then. But anyway, they rushed the field. Ohio State did to tear down the goalpost, and it was me and 2 other guys down there. And thank God that the IU line came over out of the tunnel to help us. And so they didn't get our field goal post, but they did get the other field goal post. So that was really nice. But it it's not a rivalry game because we it's never been a rivalry because we weren't usually in this position of number 1 versus number 2 ever. Ohio State was always expected to come and beat us, and there were times in the past that we actually did really well against Ohio State, but for the most part they pretty much dominated us the whole time. So they always call themselves the Ohio State University. So that's kind of funny, but I'm not. I mean, it's interesting that you bring up that topic. As a former coach and played high school football and stuff, you just talk about the next game up. We'll worry about Ohio State the next time. Right now we're 1-0. We got to worry about us. This game right here in front of us, and then it will go from there. To whoever we face next. You never know what's going to happen with the Michigan Ohio State game. And there's a lot of what did I say? Sorry, I got a text.
you're good.
I was
You never know what's going to happen in the Ohio State-Michigan game.
right.
But I heard that Michigan has won 4 years in a row.
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
why all these predictions are saying Ohio State. I don't understand. Is it statistics? Is it something that's happening different this year? I'm not counting Michigan out.
No, I wouldn't count Michigan out either. I mean, they're really coming on. The quarterback's playing well. They have really good running backs. I mean, and wide receivers. One of our old wide receivers from IU is on there, Donovan McCulley, and he's turning into a hell of a wide receiver. He was a quarterback for us, and then switched over to wide receiver for us because we had really good quarterbacks here, and he could have done either. I mean, he was a really good quarterback. He's tall,
Super athletic.
He's a pure athlete, and yeah, he might get the show next year. We'll have to see.
Well, then this is where you start getting my key going here, and I'm
Again, Chase getting pumped up to get into this.
So me personally, to answer your question about this is Ohio State has the number one spot because of the bandwagons they have for them. Go back to the Purdue and Ohio State game. They were drooling over all of Ohio State beating Purdue, a 2-8, 2-9 loss football team. Oh, they're so good. See, with what it is now is that Ohio State has never been truly tested this season. Last season they were tested, and they proved that they could win the national champion. Will it be the national champion? But this is how Ohio State is, and we have the same philosophy now as they do. We play weak teams in the beginning, some tune-up games, and then we play our conference games. Conference being, this year we played Iowa, Oregon. We played.
Our schedule. Old Dominion was our first game, and Old Dominion ended up being a very good football team.
Right, but we did the tune-up games.
Right. Kennesaw State, Indiana State was the one with Indiana State. I don't still say we shouldn't have played them, but
No.
we beat them 73-0 with their backups in.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even close. Then Illinois was number 9, like Chase said, and we beat them 63-10. IU did, and backups in the fourth quarter.
And we were in the third.
Yeah.
But we picked up the same thing that Ryan Day, which is Ohio State's head coach. And the brand that they have is what draws their good players in. But that's another thing. We've have a bunch of 2 to 3 star football players.
0 to 3 stars.
No, like all these guys here have proved that Indiana could go against a big team.
Yeah.
We proved it against Oregon at Oregon. We proved it at Iowa.
Yeah.
We proved to it
Illinois
time and time again.
and State.
The Ohio
Wisconsin.
State. And again, I fall back on anybody in the right mind can come and talk to me about it at any given point in time. But until I find an Ohio State fan that isn't, immature and come talk to me about football, we can go back and forth about it. Y'all like running your mouth because you guys hop on a number 1 team, which is the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, they're number 1, and because a lot of it I think has, but they're undefeated still. They won the national championship last year, but like Notre Dame, it's a Sigma on their helmet. That they've been a brand for football for so many years, so they get more votes just because Notre Dame would bring in a lot more money for the bowl game, for the national college football championship game. Same with Ohio State, Alabama. Teams like that, they bring in a lot of money to the NCAA. It's about money.
And a lot of people, reason why you don't hear about Indiana as often is because we had 715 losses. We were one of the most losingest teams in the FBS.
Right.
Now we have a come up. We've been good for 2 years. Finished out our season last year 11-1. Tomorrow at 7:30, we're gonna see if we can hit it for the first time ever, 12-0.
Yeah, we've never been 12-0 in our history.
Never.
11-0.
For 30 years.
So you made a good comment, and this leads into my next question. You said, let's not go too far in the future. Let's focus on the now. Let's think about tomorrow.
Yeah.
Purdue, right? This is
Yeah.
a rivalry game. And rivalry games sometimes make records irrelevant. Is there any scenario here where Purdue actually wins? And if so, what would have to go absolutely perfect for them to win? Because I don't think it's
For
going to happen.
Purdue to win?
Yeah, I don't
What
think
they
it's
would
going to
have to
happen.
do?
I don't think
Man,
it's
they're gonna be. They would have to blitz us to death. I mean, all the time, and then but that would open up our passing game. They would have to, go on one-on-one coverage against our wide receivers, which would be very difficult. And the offensive side of the ball, they would do. They'd have to do a lot of like misdirections and catch us off guard. The quarterback Singleton, running the ball a lot, and they're going to play two quarterbacks. So the other guy's quarterback's name is Brownie. Brownie had decommitted from Purdue, and then before the season started, went back to Purdue. So the big challenge each other for the job for the whole season, basically. So they'll play both quarterbacks, and they would have to really have, perfect game.
Yeah.
They would have to have a perfect game.
And the best way to put it in perspective, this is like Buffalo and New England Patriots. This
For
is
a rivalry.
for a rival game. It's although we're in the same state, this game, especially to a Hoosier, being a Hoosier. This is like one of those things where you go see your brother in West Lafayette and you two just butt heads constantly all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of family for years. For years, college football, in particular, in this area. That was a recruiting area. You guys are battling for the same recruits. A lot of these kids back then and even now, know each other. They played against each other in Michigan, in Illinois, in Wisconsin, and in Ohio, here in Indiana. They played against each other. You know what I mean, Jeff? So it grew to a huge rivalry because we're 2 hours away from each other, and a lot of the kids played against each other in high school or played with each other in high school, and the whole surrounding states that we're in. The kids would play against each other. So if you were a recruit from Illinois and rival high school there or teammate played against each other. So it's huge, it means so much to the local community of IU fans, true IU fans, that we beat Purdue. You have people that have had kids go to Purdue and IU. We know personally people that have had kids go to IU and Purdue. So the families argue about it too. And so it's crazy,
There's a bucket, right? There's a bucket.
There's a
that's
bucket.
involved.
Old oaken
The old
bucket.
oaken bucket.
Tell me about the bucket.
Ooh. The old oaken bucket was actually, well, I don't know if it was made or found down here in southern Indiana.
It was on a well.
It was on a well.
It was on a well in a farmland down in southern Indiana.
And this bucket's a big deal.
Oh yeah, this bucket.
Right.
So if you ever get a chance to during the football game tomorrow, you'll be able to see the old oaken bucket with I and then P on it.
Yeah.
So that resembles how many wins and how many losses, and they have a chain for I, P, I, all that, So this old oaken bucket is one of the biggest and longest traditions in college
This is the
football.
100th year of the bucket. Yeah, playing against each other for the bucket. It's been 100 years.
Yeah.
So
So tomorrow's a big day. tomorrow we're gonna be really rooting for our deer. Wow! We're gonna be waving the towels.
Waving
We're
the
gonna
towels,
be drinking
yeah.
the Labatt Blue Light.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, she brought Labatt Blue Light for us. Oh, and not only the Labatt Blue Light, but it has the Buffalo Bills on it. So I mean, people don't know, and people don't know this, but in the Buffalo Bills have a huge support base from Canada. I mean, a massive Toronto area, and the Ontario area, huge one. So yeah, there's a Labatt Blue Light from Buffalo, Western New York.
That's right.
And you can't find these up here, so it's good to have them. And this is really tempting for me to pop this open and drink this, but I don't think that the FCC would enjoy that. But yeah,
It's Thanksgiving.
this Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. No,
Thanksgiving.
but yeah, so Indiana, Purdue. So in 1925, the Chicago Capitals, they discussed the possibility of undertaking a worthy joint enterprise on behalf of the two schools. So during the meeting, they had an old oak bucket, Hoosier, bucket should be taken from some well in Indiana, and that a chain to be placed made of bronze, I and P. Letters should be provided for the bucket. A school winning the traditional football games each year, possession of the bucket until the next game, should attach block letter representing the winning schools to the bale, with a score engraved on the latter link.
Okay.
So 100 times we've played this game. So yeah, so there's 100 I and P's on there.
Do we have the record?
Record how many wins? No, they have the record of the Purdue leads at 77 to 43 to 6.
Okay. What was the last one?
The last game was last year, and we beat them 66-0, November 30th, 2024. We were at the game. Yeah.
It was snowing.
It was snowing. It was loud. It was great. Uncle Paul was with us at that game. Yeah, and
What a game!
Yeah.
66-0.
It was crazy. Yeah. A lot of my whiskey was drank that day. A lot. But anyway, yeah. So this is huge. It's a huge game. For us. Like I said, it's been around for a long time. My sister, who worked at IU, and my mom both have pictures of the bucket with them. My mom retired from IU, and she had a picture of the bucket with her because they would fix it at the shop. She worked in the building. I don't know what to call it now, but
Yeah, they've changed it so many times.
But the physical plant is what they did call it. But I think they call it operations or something now. But yeah, so this is a big game for us. Is there any other questions that you have? We're in a half an hour now, so we got plenty of time. We got a half hour to go.
I got one more written question. Maybe it'll bring more questions as you answer. Question number 5. Let's talk about Heis Mendoza.
Heis Mendoza.
What has Mendoza done this season that makes him one of the front runners for this?
I mean, this kid is special. I mean, I've said it before on my podcast. I wish he stayed for another year, but it's not happening. It's not happening. But he's a good quarterback. He's very intelligent as far as quarterback goes. His eyes
Discipline.
discipline is very good. Feet are very good, and adjusting to things he does very good.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got a group of really good wide receivers too that help, and the offensive line has been good too. So all those things compared to what he's done. So he's got over 30 touchdowns. He's 203 for 278 for 2,641 yards. Completion percentage of 73. Longest was 62 yards, and he has 30 TDs, 5 interceptions, and been sacked 15 times, which for Indiana is a lot.
Well, that happened mostly at the Penn State
In the
game.
Penn State game, he got sacked a bunch. I think it was like 6 or 7 times. So it is, statistically speaking, has a lot of good things, and he's probably going to be top runner for the Heisman,
Yeah.
and probably one of the top, I say top 10, if not before, draft picks in NFL draft coming up next year.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at a kid. He's a junior in college right now. He's 6'5", 225 pounds from Miami, Florida. He went to University of California.
Yeah, he wasn't really highly recruited when he was coming out of high school.
No.
He's another one of those kids that wasn't highly recruited, that our coaching staff really likes to get these kids. Really likes to get these kids to come, to play for us. The chip on the shoulder, the willingness to learn,
The discipline.
the discipline that takes to play college football, and he has all those. He's coach has said repeatedly that he watches film on his own. He comes up with ideas on his own.
Then he has a wide receiver also that lives in the same dorm room that he does too. Charlie Becker.
Apartment.
Well, apartment. Sorry,
Yeah,
dorm
him and
apartment.
Charlie Becker's brother Alberto.
Mm-hmm. He has a little brother here too.
I thought I saw, and their numbers are like consecutive, right?
Yes, 15 and 16.
Yeah, 15 and 16.
Yes,
So,
little brother Alberto's 16. Yes,
And what is he? What position is he?
quarterback.
They're both QBs.
Oh.
Alberto got some time this year to play for us, and has done
Really good job.
pretty good job.
He has no interceptions.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to see what his little brother, what he can do if he stays for next year.
Hopefully he does stay. I really think that he will. I think that he likes it here, and he gets the. Oh God, what am I trying to say? But anyway, that he's done well when he's played for us. He's 7 for 10 for completion percentage of 70, 71 yards, 1 TD, 1 interception, rating of 142.6. So
Yeah. And it was funny how that went about too. Is that his little brother actually mentioned about his big brother
to the coaching staff.
and the coaching staff was watching a game of Cal versus Miami at that point. And after he's seen that, his brother Alberto Mendoza was like, he's in the transfer portal. Coaching staff started taking a bigger look at him, and that's how he came here.
And
Yeah.
he's not going to be with us next year. This is his last year with us.
No, Fernando's
going to be gone.
Fernando, if he stays, that's great. That's great. But the way that he's looking right now, he's one of the front runners for the Heisman. He, has all this nice film on him. He has the perfect QB setup. I mean, he's tall. He has an arm. He can run if he needs to. Pocket pass if he wants to. He can read defenses, really well. Like he just has everything an NFL team would pay the price for, and that's just something that we fear because we don't want to lose him. But his little brother is, I wouldn't say just as good, but
he's really good at running the ball too.
Oh man, his little brother is a fast little guy. Well, he's not little, but he's a fast kid.
And I mean, they played their whole lives together.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it was
I remember
competition.
seeing a little clip one of the times you were watching stuff on TV, and they had a clip of their story and how they have always been having to do everything together,
Mm-hmm.
even down to wearing matching outfits growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Alberto's small, and he's 6'2", 203. He reminds me a lot of Xander Demont back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was a dual threat quarterback and very intelligent in the pocket. Kevin Wilson didn't really like that he was smaller, so he didn't need to play. But Xander Demont's parents are soap opera actors and actresses. But yeah, so
And also to answer a question on that, 6'2" as a QB in the Big Ten isn't very very big. Like
No.
a lot of kids in the Big Ten that are QBs, they're close to like 6'4", 6'5",
yeah,
above in the 200s,
it's like Josh Allen. He's 6'4", 6'5", 230, 240 probably. I'm not exactly on his size, but I'm pretty sure that it's what he is.
But
so.
finding a elite QB, you're looking in the Big Ten, the SEC, those SEC, those guys like having those, smaller dual threat QBs that, aren't like, for
But
instance,
Josh Allen's out of Wyoming.
yeah,
They'll find you.
yeah, they'll find
They'll
you.
find you.
So the risk then is losing him to the NFL next year, or not another college?
No, to the NFL.
The
He won't go
NFL.
to another college. I mean, he's done. He's done nice here. He's not gonna, and he loves it
Yeah,
here. He helps out in the community a lot around
a
here.
lot of our players
A
do.
lot of our players do. D'Angelo Pons was out earlier this week and bought a bunch of turkeys for the
A Boys and Girls Club.
Boys and Girls Club.
That's
Mhm.
wonderful.
Yeah, his D'Angelo Pons and his dad Angelo and his mom, they help out the community a lot. Same with so yeah.
They went to Childs Elementary, which is a school here in Bloomington,
Yeah.
over by College Mall. A bunch of the team came out and was playing with the kids and hanging out with them, and throwing the ball with them, playing some soccer.
Yeah.
Our team is a great team. They come and
Small town, beautiful town.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about Bloomington. It's really weird. People don't really understand. Like, it's a small town within a city, because everybody from the area that have been here for a long time, like, everybody knows everybody by one person in this town.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Everybody knows everybody by one person. There's no doubt about it.
small town, big college.
Yeah.
And but I'm super interested to see where that brings us with Fernando Mendoza. I know he's one of the front runners for the Heisman Trophy, which having a QB that does get it here, because the Heisman Trophy isn't based on QB; it's based on anybody.
Oh,
Right.
so
It
it's
could-
not just a
No,
quarterback.
it's not
No.
going to be a running back, defensive player. It could be
Yeah.
a wide receiver.
Could be anybody. It's
on
the
the team.
best player in college football gets the Heisman.
Yeah.
Wow. Any team.
Any team,
Whatever.
anybody.
Player.
Anybody,
Who
yeah.
else is in the running for this?
Oh boy, Stan's in the running.
Yeah. So
running back is Notre Dame's in running, right?
Jeremiah Love,
Jeremiah Love. There was another
Texas Tech. No, it's a Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'll
QB.
look it up real quick.
I mean, Heisman has a real nice sound to it, though, doesn't
Yep. And
it?
I went through, and I ended up voting for him to get the Heisman alongside a lot of other Indiana alum, which we have the largest alumni in the world. So
Yeah.
So he stands a real good chance.
it stands a really
Is this
decent
a
chance.
fan vote? This is a people vote?
It is a people vote, yes.
Well, no, but they have the former Heisman winners vote. Then they have people on the Heisman committee, and they have people that are reporters vote also,
Right.
and coaches, and I mean, there's a huge pool that all comes together. Then they decide who wins.
Ah,
Yeah. But Well, since we have time, Dad, I guess we can dive a little bit deeper into Purdue if you would like.
Yeah, we could dive into Purdue for. We have we're at 40-minute mark, so we could dive into Purdue a little bit. One thing I want to say before we do that is, whenever I've had any IU football player I've met and had driven around, uh, have been just such great young men. Very nice, very cordial, never a rowdy. You know, they're going to dinner or going to another player's house or going home from that. And they've always been so good. And that says a lot for a program.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've even had programs and people in our program in the past that have been not good.
Yeah.
That have been not good in the community, not good in the you know in other communities. So I really like how their football community within the locker room, they're really tight. You know what I mean? And they really help each other a lot.
And I think that just comes with our coaching staff and the
And
discipline they give them.
coaching staff has a lot to do with that, but they're bought into it.
Yeah.
You know, the team is bought into it. They're a really big family. They all like each other and everything. So that's huge.
Yeah, that is huge, and you know that definitely just comes from the discipline and what Coach Personally has
Yeah, his assistants
put
out. Yeah,
put here in Bloomington, and that's great. I'm proud of every single kid that's on this team, young men that are on this team.
yeah, me too. And we know I've coached and you played with some of them, so
so
that's big too. To say that. Go ahead, Chase. You want to talk about Purdue a little bit?
So, watching a lot of film on Purdue these past couple nights has been pretty interesting to see. I personally think that this is, since it's a rival game, there is no ranking, there is no win loss. This is back to going to game one. Showing up, showing out, being poised. Understanding the direction that you need to go in. Purdue has a lot of misdirection, a lot of screenplays they like to do. And the misdirection that we have to look at playing these two QBs. One can throw and one can run.
One can throw, one can run.
Don't. Singleton, though, you got to watch out for Singleton.
Yeah.
Because he can do both. He can pass the ball. Understand that we cannot have broken coverage in this game.
Right.
They are going to try to knock us off guard with that, just like Wisconsin did to us, Old Dominion did to us. All these other teams that have done to us. We cannot let that happen.
Dual threat quarterbacks, Oregon.
Yeah.
Too. Oregon was big.
That was a busted coverage problem. On the defensive side of the ball, our offense versus their defense, they do not like the screenplays. They just don't. I was watching the game, Washington versus Purdue.
I was watching that too. Yeah.
Purdue kind of looked like they gave up on that, but with the really good scheme play of Washington and their screenplays and their run game, Washington's always have a really good, running back depth, in their program. So that's going to be a really extra fun for Black and Hemby.
Yeah.
Got to watch out on Purdue for Michael Jackson III. No relation. Good wide receiver, has some good hands. He can run pretty quick. He can break you down. If you guys can't tell, I've been up. I went to bed at 3:30 in the morning last night, so Chase is a little tired watching film because I've been slacking. We've been cooking. I've been drinking and having a grand old time.
No.
Super excited about the 7:30 game tomorrow. Like I said, coming from a Hoosier, this is a big game.
Yeah. Total points per game for Purdue has been 20.2 points. Total points for the year is 222 points. And if you look at us, we have 91 points off of turnovers.
Yeah.
And then I have 222 points for the whole year. So I have this interesting little stat there. Third down efficiency is 50 for 139 at 38.5%. First down efficiency, first downs is 116. Completion attempts 213 for 258 for 368 yards. Per pass attempt 6.6. Passing yards per game is 215. Pass touchdowns 15. Interceptions 12. Sacks, yards lost 19 for 119. That's a lot of yards lost in sacks. Rushing attempts 349 for 1,473 yards, 4.2. Rushing yards per game, they average 133.9. Rushing touchdowns 11. That's one thing that we're going to have to key on as a defense is stopping the run. Total offensive plays 726. Total yards 3,841.
And they have that one wide receiver that they always will always go to, and that's the man we need to stick pawns on.
Michael Jackson III, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we that's what we got to watch for the run game. Fisher, Bones Jones. Look out for the schemes. Don't get sucked in. Safeties, we cannot have any broken coverage in the backfield off zone. Watch your man. Communicate. If I can have one of you here right now, I'd probably be in the. I couldn't slap it. I'd be too scared. Be in there in the back of your head. Cover your man. Watch who your man is. What else was I going to go with this?
They have minus 10 on turnover ratio. So that's not good.
No, the QB Brown, he always tries to pass off his back foot, which creates turnovers, interceptions.
Definitely.
So getting our boys in there, Daly, calling for Daly to have a big game, getting a few sacks in there.
Daly's gonna have a big game. Isaiah Bones Jones hopefully have a good game. Amari Farrell and Lewis Moore need to have a safeties have to have a big game in this game. In the run and the passing attack. Like I said, Pons and Jamari Sharp on the outside at cornerback should be able to contain them on man-to-man coverage.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be okay. We have Boykin too. Yeah.
I'm super interested. Like I said before, though, you have to, with this kind of team, you got to break them down early.
Right.
You got to break them down early.
The first quarter is we're gonna have to really go at it.
And boys, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be 24 degrees out. 7:30. Be ready. Wear some long sleeves in the beginning if you need to. I know some of you guys are from around down south. You guys ain't used to a little bit of this cold.
Yeah, it's gonna be a cold game at kickoff. Like, what do you say, 24?
24, yeah.
Yes, that's crazy.
Don't wear gloves because once you start sweating, it's going to be even worse. Wear gloves, your little pockets if you need to.
Yeah.
Wear a sweatshirt under your, not like a thick sweatshirt, like a thin sweatshirt under your pads so you can have the little, little pocket there to keep your hands warm. And with this cold, though, I think it's going to be some wind aspect in this, so just be ready for a lot of runs.
Yeah.
You're also in West Lafayette, where it's nothing but wind, even on a sunny, nice, hot, beautiful day.
And it stinks there.
It stinks. It smells like poopy brown over there. Yeah. See, here, during this week, I've only been rolling around because, my aunt's here in town, but during this week, a lot of Indiana fans say perdon.
Perdon.
Like it's like almost a cuss word down here. Like you're cussing at somebody if you say the full name.
Right.
I don't know who in the right mind, makes black and gold and brown. I don't know who makes that. Like I said to my dad last week, every single time I flush the toilet first thing in the morning, it reminds me of Purdue. Um, Purdue. Purdue. Nah, I can't say that on podcast.
It's going to be a fun time tomorrow. It's going to be a good game. We're ready to win.
Yeah. Our defensive numbers are amazing this year. We're top 3 defense in the country. Ohio State's the top defense, so we're gonna play really well. We've had some injuries and some people are coming back, so that's gonna be nice on the defensive line, and so that's good. Our offensive line has some injuries there. Probably won't see Gray or Drew Evans.
Drew Evans.
Drew Evans this week. I don't think he'll play, but we're getting Surratt back, and that's huge. So get some plays in for him. I wouldn't work him too hard. I'd
let him play around, let him get warm, keep him warm. Just think about it, boys. Let's think about this. This is the last outdoor game you guys got to worry about. And next week, you guys don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah.
You guys get to play indoors. So let's enjoy it. It might be snowing.
I love it, though.
Guys, what happened last time it started snowing down here in Little Bloomington? BTA. BTA. You know what BTA is?
No.
Belt to ass. Okay. So.
Yeah, so we've got about 8-10 minutes left. I just wanted to go through some of the games that are happening this weekend real quick. I know we did it before, but just so people know what we're watching.
Yeah.
We have Mississippi State against Ole Miss in another rivalry game. Miss is 10
Egg Bowl.
Egg Bowl, yes. Egg Bowl. So that's interesting. That'd be an interesting game. I would love to have Mississippi State. But I don't think it's going to happen. Utah at Kansas.
It's going to be an interesting game.
Utah's 9-2. Kansas is 5-6. But it's going to be a really good game, closer than what people think. I really do think that. Georgia Tech.
Man, that game's going to be a good one. It's like us, you can't put rankings, you can't put anything like that, in front of them. So right now, I think that's going to be a game to watch that might be a potential bloodbath. It's always been a really good game between the two.
Yeah, we're giving Georgia an 87% chance of winning against Georgia Tech. That's 13%.
And they said that last year too, and they lost. So.
Texas A&M and Texas. That game is going to be something special. It really is. That game's totally almost split down the middle. 48.5% chance for Texas A&M, 51.5% against Texas. Go A&M. Go Aggies.
Let's think about this real quick. I'm going on the other side of you, Dad. I'm going on the other side. I'm sorry, I don't normally do that. I want Texas to win.
For our strength of schedule for Ohio State?
No, I want Texas to win because I want something that's going to shake the whole college football playoff.
Oh, yeah.
And this is what it's going to do. Okay? Coach always says never think ahead, but I'm thinking ahead, Coach. I'm sorry. This is going to shake the college football playoff. So, in some way, somehow, we think number 23 Georgia Tech wins against Georgia. I call it's going to be an overtime game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'd be a huge game too. Georgia's at 4.
Yeah. Then you have Texas beating Texas A&M, probably late in the 4th.
Oh wow, jeez.
Okay. I like my numbers here. And this is where watching film and being like our coach, a film junkie, there's a lot of things that Texas A&M that Texas has.
Right.
Texas A&M is a fast team. They're a small team, but they're a fast team. They bought a lot of money into this team, but money cannot.
Sorry.
You know, you can't buy excellence out of it. You can't. And Texas, they had a rough start first in the beginning. Okay, but like again, this is what everyone thinks because they have a little number in front of their team.
Right.
Means something big. Okay, the SEC goes around beating each other up all week and they call themselves good. But this game's different.
Yeah, it's another rivalry game.
It's another rival game in the state of Texas, and a lot of good players come out of the state of Texas. But you gotta think here. I'm calling it right here. Texas gonna beat Texas A&M late in the
Close
fourth
matchup.
in a close matchup.
Oh, I like it. I like it, Chase. I mean that could very well happen. That'd be huge. Arizona at Arizona State University. There is a quarterback at Arizona State University that I wouldn't mind
Coming here.
transferring next year. Yeah, he's really Sam Levitt is a really good quarterback, has really good stats, and only would become a better quarterback if he came to IU because he's lacking some things. But Coach Sig and his crew are very good at coaching quarterbacks.
Yeah, definitely, and this goes to prove for it. Another really interesting game that I want to watch this weekend at 3:30 is number 14 Vanderbilt at number 19 Tennessee.
Right.
That's going to be a game.
That's going to be a hell of a football game.
And this is just going to back my theory about another Heisman candidate is the Vanderbilt's QB. This is another thing where someone's going to have to be tested and proved to be able to become a Heisman candidate, and this is going to be the game for him to prove it. I call Vanderbilt up going against Tennessee for the win. Another close matchup. It's not going to be an upset, of course, with Vanderbilt being number 14 at Tennessee number 19. I call that to be a close game. Do I want this QB to be a candidate? No, I want to knock all the candidates out, have Heisman Doza up. But
yeah, definitely.
But if we're looking at it where there's no bias look to it, I want to see Vanderbilt come out with the win to get them up higher in the rankings. So eventually, if it does happen, we'd end up playing Vanderbilt. I like seeing the momentum shifts in the college football playoff because that's what keeps it interesting. November is the best season for college football, and this is my point proven rival week.
Rival week. They have a Tennessee with a 57.6 chance of winning against Vanderbilt at 42.4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that might just be an upset. Okay, so we'll call it at that.
Yeah, another top 10 showdown coming up, or top 15, I guess you say, is the Ohio State Michigan game. I'm gonna go with Michigan on this.
You said it wrong. It's the game.
The game. Yeah.
Okay. I'm calling for Michigan on an upset. This just goes based off the fact Ohio State has never been proven besides their first game against Arch Manning's first game playing and starting out. Okay, you're gonna have hiccups.
Right.
You're gonna have hiccups. And this is the whole reason why I'm saying is that Ohio State versus Michigan. Ohio State's traveling to Ann Arbor. I'm calling for an upset in Ann Arbor because Ohio State has not been tested. Michigan also doesn't look all too hot, but that does not matter in this game. This is the game.
The game.
This is where everybody comes to see all over the country this game, whether you are an Ohio State fan, a Michigan fan, an Indiana fan, a Northwestern fan, it does not matter. This is the game that everybody's going to watch.
SEC too. All the SEC coaches.
Of course they're going to watch too. And what else better than to do? All their teams are... Never mind.
Ohio, or sorry.
Oh, what was that, Dad?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oklahoma playing against LSU. Another rivalry game coming up.
I think Oklahoma's too fast for LSU. LSU is going through a really bad time right now.
Yeah, losing their coach, definitely.
So I think Oklahoma's going to keep it rolling.
Yeah, there's 73.8% chance of winning, and LSU has 26.2. LSU, people know that they're a huge recruiting too. They have a lot of huge recruits at their school. But yeah, I mean, we'll get into the end here. Texas Tech and West Virginia. West Virginia is only 4-7. Texas Tech is sorry, got a 91.5% chance to win a game of 8.5. It's whoever wins this will go to the berth of the Big 12 championship game.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I need West Virginia to pop up and cause an upset with Texas Tech.
Yeah, that'd be huge. I mean, that's another top 10 game, so that would be huge. The last game we'll discuss right now, because I think that's the only one left that we have not talked about. No, we still have one more, but Miami and Pitt. This is an interesting game for me. Pitt is one of those teams that are up and down.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some games they come in and they play amazing football. Other times they come in and they don't. This is plain and simple.
So this game is at Pitt.
Right.
So they're really good at creating a lot of noise, and they're going to disrupt a lot of different things for
Carson Beck.
Carson Beck. I mean, Carson Beck obviously came from Georgia.
Right.
He's used to some noise.
Definitely.
So I don't know. I think Pitt's going to come out with an upset this week.
You're going to go with Pitt against Miami in an upset. I disagree with that.
Do you disagree with that?
I think Miami's a good football team. I really do.
It's not warm. It's not warm in Pittsburgh.
No, it's not going to be warm. It's going to probably be snowing. Actually, there's a big lake effect storm coming through western New York and parts of that.
You got away.
Got away just in time. Yeah, there's supposed to be over a foot of snow in western New York area, but yeah. So in that Pennsylvania area, so
yeah,
it might be a little bit cool, a little chilly.
Yeah, if anything, it's going to be a really low scoring game.
Right.
Like
it's going to be 35 degrees there.
That's not that.
For the Pittsburgh game.
Is it going to be snowing?
I'm going to look it up right now and say it.
Well, if it is snowing, that's going to be a huge difference. And Pitt's not an indoor stadium either, is it? It's outdoor, I believe.
Yeah, it's outdoors. 31 degrees.
31?
Ooh. It'll feel 22.
Wow.
It'll be some wind.
The Miami is going to have trouble with that. Yeah.
Carson Beck came from Georgia in a little indoor dome, so.
Yeah, he's not going to be used to that at all. So, okay, we didn't discuss Oregon, did we? Did we discuss that?
No, we didn't discuss
Oregon, Washington, the Apple Cup.
Ooh.
Let me get that up here.
So, this also goes back to where rankings do not matter. This is going to be another bloodbath game.
Oh, it's going to be a hard-hitting game because they've done this for a long time, Oregon and Washington, all the way going back to the Pac-12 days. Mm-hmm. This is going to be a big game. Oregon just entered the Big Ten
championship game.
And, yeah, they won the Big Ten championship last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. And which gets us to one thing I want to talk about, but we're getting kind of late, so I think I'll just drop it until next week.
No, let's talk.
Okay. Oregon has a 75.1% chance of winning this game against Washington. Now, both teams are in the Big Ten now. This game, you can throw the records away.
Yeah.
It's like you just throw them away. It just doesn't matter. Because you're going to Washington. Mm-hmm. Washington's a pretty hard place to play. Yeah. Washington has been doing well overall. They're not great. Right. You know what I mean? And they've been up and down all season. They're 8-3 in the 8-3 and 5-3 in the Big Ten. You know, they're a mid-pack team in the Big Ten. they were having some chances of going into one of the college football playoff possibilities, but they dropped down after the losses. So, yeah, this would be a really good game. I'll throw the record away. I'm telling you that it's going to be better than what people think.
And a little thing is too that people need to understand is that if Michigan wins out against Ohio State, then that gives Oregon another straight shot to come at us
Right.
in the Big Ten championship.
Yeah, so what the Big Ten championship clinching scenarios are is, I'm going to read it here because I don't have it memorized. Ohio State needs to win at Michigan, and Indiana and Indiana and Oregon losses. Indiana needs to win at Purdue or loss Ohio State win. Oregon win at Washington, Michigan win. Michigan win against Ohio State, Indiana loss or Oregon loss. Michigan. So that's the scenarios.
Yeah, so it's if there's an upset with Michigan, then we go and face against Oregon in the Big Ten championship game. Right?
I thought it was good. Oh, if Michigan wins, let me get it back up again.
Well, because my question is, and it what it makes sense to me is that where did Michigan?
Yeah, it will be. It would be. Yeah, you're right. It would be. Oregon beats Washington, and Michigan wins. We play against Oregon again. We played against them earlier on the season in a hell of a game.
And this is going to be in a neutral site too, and they got to travel.
Yeah,
which is going to be in Indianapolis.
You're right.
At the Colts Stadium.
And so bring up real quickly, I want to bring something up. People on Facebook, don't listen to the crap.
No.
Because there's people put on there that we're going to be in Chicago this year for the Big Ten Championship. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
No.
You know, there's so much junk out there right now on social media sites that are just full of crap.
Yeah.
They don't know football at all. They mispronounced names. They didn't know, like, Alberto and Fernando are brothers. I mean, but it kind of irks me a little bit. So much crap out there on Facebook and other social media sites. So come to a site like ours, you know, our podcast or people's podcasts like ours that actually know.
Yeah. Jim Coyle's podcast is a good football insider.
Yeah, Shannon Griffith.
Yeah.
Another great Zach Browning.
Yeah.
You know, Zach Osterman. All those guys on three are really good at knowing football.
Yeah.
So people that are repetitive, what was I trying to say?
I swear.
Don't go to the crap sites.
Yeah, that's
Don't listen to the BS.
reputable. That's the word I was looking for.
Reputable.
Yeah. So, okay, I think that was all of them, wasn't it, Chase, that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good. Kind of break it down.
Break it down.
All right.
Break it down.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us at Hoosier Faithful today. It was very fun with you, Aunt Jen, for you to come on the show. Most of all, be thankful for your friends, family, everybody, as is Thanksgiving today. Eat a lot of food. Let's cheer on the Hoosiers tomorrow at 7:30 in West Lafayette. Let's take over their stadium.
Yeah, it sounds like we are.
Yep.
From what I've heard, we've pretty much taken it over. There's still tickets available. So any IU Hoosier fans that want to go up there for that, it's going to be a chilly game. No shitting.
So,
chilly. So, but yeah, it's going to be, you know, we did that for a long time in Western New York, as Jennifer could tell you that we used to go. I've been in a lot of games with your dad, and we used to sit in the Jim Kelly section. A lot of games with my father and some people from Messina, Sandy Cook, and some other people. We would go to the game, and I've been to the game to Ralph Wilson Stadium several times, and it's been cool. Snow. We actually had people that we know that went there to shovel the stadium out before a game. So
every game, though, that tailgate and warm up with all the alcohol.
Yeah, Bill's Mafia. Go jump on a table.
Yep,
Bison Mafia.
Yep.
oh, it happens. But
bring that vibe.
Let's be thankful for one another.
Yes.
You know.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
You're
no problem.
welcome. welcome. Thanks for coming on the show with us. Anybody that wants to come, and just give me a text or something. That are local people, just give me a text or call, and I'll be willing to have you on the show. Once again, this is Hoosier Faithful, and thank you for everybody. Like and subscribe to the show. Have a great day, everybody.